Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be counting down the top 10 DLC 2 legendaries in Borderlands 3. DLC 2 gave us a lot of great legendaries, and these are 10 of the best, ranked from number 10 all the way up to number 1. I'll also be telling you what makes each gun good and where you can go to get it, so you can try it out for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like. It helps keep me motivated to upload videos, and let's crack in. We begin this countdown with the Love Drill, which can be farmed for by targeting Eleanor at the end of Heart's Desire. The Love Drill is what the Unforgiven should have been. Like the Unforgiven, it has a massive crit bonus, not as high, but you can still get it close to 400%. And it also has a small 20% chance to deal double damage as shock damage. The incentive with the Love Drill is obviously to hit crits, and its accuracy helps you to do that. Of course, you want to be getting the crit bonus, but it also rewards you too by returning a bullet to your magazine. It also shoots a lot faster than the Unforgiven, and unless you've got the aim and trigger finger of the Sundance Kid, you won't be limited by it. You do need to hit crits though if you want to do any sort of damage, but when you do, it's always a lot. Moving on to number 9, and it's the Nothingness, a melee one shotgun that you can obtain from Jamork, who you fight right about here in Cankerwood. The Nothingness, like most melee one guns, can come in all elements and must be charged before firing. However, rather than automatically firing when fully charged, it fires after you release the trigger. This can take a little getting used to, but it doesn't take away from the effectiveness of the weapon. The Nothingness fires a typical buckshot round that is accompanied by a series of small explosions. These explosions are similar than those of the Flakka, but smaller and more controlled within your crosshairs. It's a nice effect and essentially doubles its damage. Overall, the Nothingness is a good shotgun that deals high damage, but it is let down a bit by its charge time. Up next at number 8, we have the Hydra Frost, a COV weapon that you can obtain from defeating Chivalrous the Unscathed, a rare spawn enemy that you can find flying around in this area of Nagol Nashai. The Hydra Frost is similar to the Lineage in the base game, but with more of the mayhem. It always comes in cryo, but also deals shock or incendiary damage. After a kill, every second shot will be in either fire or shock, and deal double the damage. With it, you can send a stream of elemental fury downrange that just destroys anything it touches. It's extremely powerful, but also extremely ammo hungry. You'll find it difficult to run it on full steam for more than a couple of minutes, but for those 2 minutes, it's a blast. The Unseen Threat slots into number 7, a powerful Jacob sniper rifle that you can only obtain by defeating a Mark, who you fight around in this area of Curse Haven. He is a rare spawn enemy, so just keep trying and he will spawn. The Unseen Threat takes the Jacob's effect of ricocheting bullets up a level. Rather than ricocheting a single bullet, it will ricochet 3 that will home in on a nearby target. It's an extremely powerful sniper rifle that can one-shot just about anything, as you can see me testing here against Greyward, and if you run flak, you'll have a lot of fun with this gun. It epitomizes the age-old phrase, if it took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs. Like all Jacob's weapons, it's best when you're hitting crits, probably more so for this than some of the others, but when you do hit crits, it's hard to recognize what it was you just shot. At number 6, we have the Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge, an artifact that you can get by completing the quest, the Call of Githian. It's an artifact that is dedicated to increasing your damage. You can see me testing it here in Sanctuary, and the Pearl grants a 1% damage bonus up to 15%. Every consecutive hit grants a 1% damage bonus, and when you've hit the cap, it awards you with a further 90%. That's a massive boost, peaking at 105%. It's great for defeating bosses as you don't need to worry about missing and having to acquire stacks again, but it'll also do work while mobbing. It also helps that multi-pellet guns like the Skullmasher take less shots to reach the full bonus. And in theory you could run practically the whole melee one takedown with the 105% damage boost. Number 5 now, and it's the Insider, a heavy hitting melee one shotgun with a decent fire rate and reload time that comes with 2 elements that you can switch between. You can get one from any suitable loot source in the DLC. It differs from a typical melee one weapon as it doesn't have any charge time, which helps to raise its DPS. Speaking of DPS, it is very high, but it comes at the cost of almost uncontrollable recoil. Its unique effect causes projectiles to pass through enemies, similar to the lob or cutsman, but they travel at normal speed. This helps to raise its damage even further, and it's a brute of a gun that can disintegrate opponents in the blink of an eye. The Seventh Sense finds itself in 4th place, a Jacob's pistol that you can obtain from the Cold Case quest, Forgotten Answers. It always comes in cryo, but it will never come anointed, and if it did, it would be a pain to farm for. Its unique effect is similar to that of the carriers in that bullets impact your target multiple times. After impacting your target, the projectiles will remain floating in the air and will come around for a second strike when you reload. It's a great effect and essentially doubles its already high damage. What's even better about its effect is that the spawn projectiles will deal the same damage that each bullet dealt. So if you're hitting crits, it'll tear through your target. If you have mods or skills that increase your mag capacity, you can make the Seventh Sense even better, but as it stands, it's a great gun that can do some serious work against tough opponents. The Clairvoyance is at number 3, which can only be obtained by defeating Critchy, who you fight around in this area of Curse Haven. The Clairvoyance is another Jacob's weapon like many of the new guns from the DLC that can only come in cryo. It deals high damage, has a decent magazine size, but the fire rate is a little on the slower side. It is generally semi-automatic, but a Gatling variant will turn it into a fully automatic gun, and you can also get a masher version. Like a lot, practically every Jacob's gun, the Clairvoyance awards you for being accurate and hitting crits. When you hit one, the projectile will not only ricochet to a nearby opponent, but will stick to your opponent and explode after a short time. If you land multiple, they will explode at the same time, and it drains health bars with ease. It's a great gun, well suited to Cryo Zane and Flak, but it offers enough power to be used on all Vault Hunters. The Soul Render makes its appearance at number 2, a dull assault rifle that can only be dropped from either Tom or Zam, who you can find here in Heart's Desire. The Soul Render can come in any element and deals good damage at a high fire rate. That's the start of any good weapon, but it goes beyond that with its unique effect that causes homing skulls to be fired alongside your bullets every so often. They up its damage even further, and the Soul Render can rip through enemies extremely quickly. You want to make sure yours comes with a fully automatic mode, as that's where it's at its best, and it's a great gun that'll fit perfectly into any build. Before I reveal number 1, let's go over some honourable mentions. The first is the Skullmasher, one of 3 sniper rifles to be added to the DLC. It can only be obtained from portal chests that you can find in various DLC 2 locations. The Skullmasher makes its appearance in its 4th Borderlands game. It's been in every one, and it maintains the same functionality. It's a powerful shotgun sniper rifle that shoots quickly and literally smashes skulls when you hit them. It has a good reload time and magazine size to go with it. Because it fires pellets, it's good at proccing kill skills for Bounty Hunter Flak or Seeing Dead Zane, and it's a deadly sniper rifle in the right hands. Another honourable mention is the Old Ridian, another world drop from the DLC and definitely shouldn't be scoffed at. Because it's Hyperion, it has a front facing shield, but This one's unique in the fact that it reduces elemental damage by 20%. Its other effect is to change elements on reload, which for those that like consistency may not be great, but the right version can have you dealing some serious damage. It can come in any element, but there's really no point in that, and I'd say the best version is a non-elemental one with the powerhouse prefix. This version can do some work, and it's a solid SMG all round. We've finally arrived at number 1 is the Anarchy, a TDO shotgun that can only be obtained randomly from any suitable loot source, and it can come in any element. Its name is a reference to one of Gage's skills back in Borderlands 2, and its effect aims to replicate that. Every automatic reload, one where the game does it for you, or kill adds a stack which boosts the gun's damage by 30%, and you can tell you have at least some stacks activated by the shadow effect outlining the gun. You can see me testing the stack mechanic here in Sanctuary, and you'll notice the damage increase each time I automatically reload. You can stack up to 10 times, which would have you think that at max stacks the gun's damage will be boosted by 300%, but you'd be wrong. What makes the gun so great is that each stack is exponential, like compounding interest. 30% damage increase is taken from the gun's current damage and added on, so at the first stack you take the gun's damage and add 30% on top of that. Then for the second stack you add 30% of the first stack's gun's damage, and so on. It's a great effect and turns the gun into an absolute monster. I mean, at max stacks it's like having a fully charged iron cannon in your hand that you don't even need to charge. It's unreal. It will penalise your accuracy though, which will get worse with each stack, but that's nothing compared to the damage you deal. I could go on about how to gain stacks fast and what the best version is and why, but maybe another time. Overall, it's an amazing gun, and it's nice to finally see a TDO weapon shine. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you some idea of what the best weapons are in DLC 2. If it did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.